Well, pretty good start to this holiday week. We had some sunshine early. Yeah, it was chilly this morning all the way down into the low 20s, but we had enough of a south to southeast wind and that early sunshine to push most locations at least 50. We had that bit of a gradient again, but heading toward the holiday, we got some low wind shower chances. Probably the best will be overnight into early tomorrow. No white Christmas this go around, of course. Our big story, as we have been alluding to the last several days, unseasonably mild temperatures and then some. Now, looking down the road, by this time next week, we could see a little colder air returning to the area. Clouds moving through the Bluegrass region into eastern Kentucky earlier, some energy off to our northeast, and that allowed that spread. There was more in the way of sun down south. You see a few returns, a few specks of green here in the Bluegrass region back toward I-65. That's virga. It's not reaching the ground. It's evaporating before doing so. The surface just so dry. It'll take a little while to saturate things up from top to bottom. See the similar situation there in the western Tennessee. That's in response to a mid-level wave of energy. It's going to ride through here overnight and into the day tomorrow. We've been talking about that thing for this window tonight, tomorrow, since the end of last week. Live look at Mount Sterling, Montgomery County, of course, all set for the holiday there, 46. So temperatures have cooled down a bit. Of course, the sun set within the last 20 minutes ago or so. 54 there in Jackson County, McKee. So you see across southern Kentucky, upper 50s, even 60 in Monticello. Meanwhile, along the north of 64, it's a touch cooler. So we've got that gradient. But compared to 24 hours ago at this time, when we had a cooler Sunday to begin winter, we're a whole lot better, and that overall trend with that south wind at about 10 to 15, so it should pick up a little bit. That's going to really be a big determining factor with our temperatures. You see the wind streams coming out of the south and southwest. A little warm front draped across the Ohio Valley frontal boundary off to the northwest. A lot of travel going on right now, and this is definitely good news, seeing all the green at the major hubs and major airports across the lower 48. Had some delays earlier out in San Francisco, but that's really been the only blemish. Looking ahead to tomorrow, again, a lot of the country should be in pretty good shape. Just some moderate impacts with that warm front and the bit of energy that will scoot through here, maybe some rain there, and then there's a system that's going to be moving onto the west coast, so that may be a little disruptive from, say, Seattle down to LA for folks that are heading out west. All right, futurecast here, you see a little bit of green here and there, not going to move a whole lot, upper 40s to around 50, and despite clouds, some drizzle will still reach the mid to upper 50s thanks to that southerly flow. And again, low end chances, nothing really major on tap here heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. This warm front scoots into the area, so Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning, a passing shower, mainly dry, but look at that temperature, 66. And in fact, look at the temperature trend. There's your average high and low, and other than the low tomorrow night being where we would be for an average afternoon night, everything is going to be way above the curve. Even early morning lows are going to be into the 50s, and our average high on Christmas Day is 44. So we're going to be more than 20 degrees above that and just shy of the record a few degrees, which is 70 set just 4 years ago in 2021, also back in 1982. Looking ahead to the weekend, that boundary doesn't go anywhere. It's really probably Sunday. We'll get a low that may kick it through here and also increase our rain and storm chances. But until then, breezy tonight, southwest winds 10 to 15. A few showers around tomorrow, some patchy drizzle, otherwise cloudy, breezy, 57. And those temperatures just keep rising for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Yeah, 66 for the big holiday on Thursday, and those 60s stick around for the weekend. Early highs in the 50s, falling temperatures through the day to go along with the rain. And again, back to, I guess, a little bit of a dose of reality by this time next week. Much colder with afternoon highs in the mid-30s.